What's up, nerds? Welcome to GeekBeast, part of the Geekish Network. This is your daily rundown of geek news by geeks like you. New to our show, we cover the Geek News Beat. I'm your host, Chuck. And with me, I got Rakai. Say what's up to people, Rakai.
Hello, Governor.
And I got Randy. What's up to people, Randy?
Yo, what's going on, GeekBeast? It's happy hour, man. We made it to Friday.
Right, yeah.
I was gonna say it's gonna be happy hour because happy hour we don't really cover a lot of news. We cover a lot of happy. Randy, what are you drinking on?
I'm not drinking anything tonight. I had some coffee.
Then how's this happy hour? How's this happy hour? You ain't drinking nothing.
Because I'm always happy. That's why it's happy hour.
Okay. You can sell. I don't know who you're trying to sell that to, but okay.
All right.
Rakai, what you drinking on?
The finest Hawaiian punches.
Hawaiian punch.
Yeah.
Circa 1855, right?
Yes. The finest of vintages.
I'm sipping on pineapple orange ginger beer.
Damn, that sounds fire.
Okay. I was about to say you sipping on pineapple juice. How you talking about me being happy hour?
Pineapple orange ginger beer. Damn, that sounds
Pineapple
fire.
orange ginger beer. Yep.
Damn, where you get that at?
Trader Joe's and Trader Joe's. So Trader Joe's has triple ginger bottles out. It's a holiday. It's like they're running all the holidays, and they have pineapple orange juice.
Oh, so you mixed
them.
it?
Just mix them.
Oh.
So is ginger beer, is it like real beer?
No. It's ginger ale.
So I don't need like an ID to buy it.
No, it's ginger ale.
Oh shit! I thought it was a real beer.
No, ginger beer is not a real beer.
No, I knew it wasn't really a real beer because I mean they got little kids drinking it in Harry Potter and shit. So
that's butter beer.
Yeah,
that's different.
It's still some beer shit. It is beer, ginger beer, butter beer.
Butter beer is delicious.
I ain't never had that neither.
Yeah, I've had butter.
What does that taste like?
It's so interesting you say that. The first story of the night is Universal Orlando's new Harry Potter Nintendo Worlds finally get an open day in May. So Epic Universe,
Universal. They
What's
sell
that?
But don't they sell butterbeer?
They do. I was gonna get there. Yeah. So they have butterbeer carts in the Harry Potter lands. And it is delicious. It is, man, it's crack. You have one, you'd be like, wow, I need to go there. It's like the finest of cream soda slash butterscotch soda you've ever drank.
Yeah, butterscotch is my shit. That's my complexion.
You can have,
Butterscotch.
you can have it. Oh Lord, Jesus.
Oh, there you
You
go.
can have it. You can have it warm, or you can have it cold, and it's delicious.
What's the
So,
preference? Butter, hot or cold?
it doesn't matter to me. It's just delicious. I had them
Mm.
both, and I just like them both.
So,
You know.
because that's a delicacy, it's a proprietary thing for the movie. That's probably the only way you can get it. You can't get it outside of, you can't go to your Trader Joe's or Whole
Mm-mm.
Foods nowhere and get it, can you?
They have butterscotch beers. You can get that at Trader Joe's, Whole Foods, probably at your
Yeah.
local grocery store.
Now,
They
is
have a
that
butter.
one real beer?
Nah, it's next to ginger ale.
Okay.
It's in the you go into the bottled drink area.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they have butter beer there. It's called butter. I think it's called butter beer, butterscotch beer.
Have
It's
you had
delicious.
that?
Hmm.
But it doesn't taste the same. It's not.
Mm-mm.
It's not the same. It's good,
Mm-mm.
but it don't
Mhm.
taste the same as butter beer, like Harry Potter brand
No,
butter beer.
I know people that come to Universal just to get butter beer.
Man,
They
They
should
got
sell that.
they do in the theme park. As long
I'm
as you can
sorry.
get it.
I'm saying outside of the theme park.
They don't want to do that. They want
no,
to have people
because
come to the
no,
theme
they,
park.
they they make it special. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
Yeah,
They
it's
yeah,
sell it.
too closely related. Yeah.
It ain't
yeah.
like it's Universal. They're in two locations. So the only time you
No,
can get it if you go to the Universal Studios in
Yeah,
Florida
but
and
that's
California.
but that's part of why you need to make your vacation,
yeah,
make it a destination. You got something to
yeah,
do while you're there.
yeah.
If nothing else, you had to get you you know, a pint of butterbeer, and you go to
Well,
the other one if nothing else, make you a lightsaber, or some shit.
well.
You
You
do
can't
it
make a
for a reason.
lightsaber Universal, but
No, I'm
No,
saying
but
you
he's
go to
saying
the other park. That's what I said. You
you know
make that
Disney. Yeah,
part of the only reason that you go.
yeah. That's one of the reasons you go. So Universal, well, now they can buy butter beer at in Hogsmeade and Diagonal Alley,
Mhm.
and you can buy it in at Hogwarts in
Hmm.
Florida right now, and then they're about to have a third location,
Huh?
and they had this sort of third part of park. It will probably resemble the Ministry of Magic from the original movies, and
Mhm.
elements of more of the recent Fantastic Beasts.
Where's
So
that?
that's gonna be in Orlando. Orlando's opened up a third park.
Ah, I
It's
got you.
called Epic Universe.
Yeah.
So the Super Nintendo World will be in that park. There's no
Okay.
Super Nintendo World in Orlando. There's one in California, but there's not one in Orlando.
Okay.
The one in
That's
Orlando is going to be the full size Super Nintendo World.
that's because because the pandemic happened. It's one of the lock-headed dude I know. You know what I'm saying? Start working on it.
Hmm. So they're going to
Yeah.
start building. They're building now, and Epic Universe opens up May 22nd, 2025. Tickets go on sale on October 22nd.
Hmm.
Y'all gonna buy
It's like
tickets?
Monday. No.
Hmm.
I would
No.
love to go. I would love
I
to. You
I
know.
would love to go, but I would love to go to all that shit. I ain't done any of it.
But May
Uh,
But I
22nd,
got
that's a decent little time,
I can't even afford for me to go, let alone take 4 kids. Hell no.
Take the kids.
I mean, you gotta take the kids. You don't go there and you know what I'm saying, you're adult and just
Well,
go to
shit.
damn.
Just leave the kids at home.
Yeah, just leave the
Nah,
kids at home.
leave them
nah, I
by
can't do
Just
that.
themselves. Is that what you want them to do? Leave them
Nah,
by themselves.
I can't do
Listen
that.
to Randy talk. Randy wouldn't leave his daughter by
I
herself. Look
will leave
at
it
him.
there. My daughter don't even like amusement parks. So if I was
She
going to one,
don't.
like, you stay here.
That's true. That's true.
So I don't know what you talking about.
This
And
actually looks dope. I didn't know they were doing this.
yeah,
Yeah.
This looks
yeah,
really dope.
yeah. So the Dark Universe would is a literal monster universe. They had a Dark Universe coming in it. They had the Isle of Berk, which is from the How to Train Your Dragons.
Oh,
It's
okay.
gonna be
Yeah.
there
Yeah.
too. They probably have some other things to announce later as
I
time
mean, that's
goes on.
smart to
Yeah.
wrangle and finagle some of the movie properties, the ones that are really popular.
Hmm.
I mean, it just makes sense, and
Yep.
then not everybody's into Harry Potter. They may be the big deal, and we know it's a big deal, but
Hmm.
other people into other things. Plus, the more stuff that you have this of this nature, the longer that people will stay. You might have only planned to spend one day in a park, but now you like, I spent the whole day at Harry Potter World, but I want to get to Super Nintendo and Isle of Berk and all this other stuff. So you'd be like, you know what? Instead of going to that other people across the way, I spend another day here or whatever. It
Yeah.
just makes more sense.
And it's the
Like,
weekend before the holiday, for the long weekend too.
so no, they would have three. They would have three parks in Orlando and Universal, and have a one park in LA. So they have a total of four parks total. You
So
know,
it opens up May 22nd. Then next week you got the long holiday. So, people can stay an extra day if you want to go, if
Y-
you coming in from out of
yep,
town.
The
yep.
one thing
And
it's like, obviously I love Disneyland because it's here. But I will say that, like, the one thing I envy, they have more space there, right? So, like, I heard, like, Harry Potter is, like, way better
huge,
just because it's
huge.
huge.
Yeah,
So now you're saying, like, it's going to be the full size Super Nintendo World. Like, yeah. So, gotta make a trip out there eventually.
yeah,
We'll
yeah.
crash at Defunct's house.
Is there a crash at the Funk's house?
Yeah.
And I actually think Epic Universe is the biggest park in Orlando. It's bigger than all the Disney parks.
It's bigger than Disney?
Bigger than the Disney parks, yeah.
Crash at Defunct's house, crash at Yinka's house.
You know, the Disney parks are what? There's four parks now. So yeah.
What four parks are
Animal
different?
Kingdom, Epcot, Magic Kingdom, Hollywood Studios.
And Hollywood Studios is what got Star Wars,
Star
Marvel, all that type
Wars.
stuff.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I know they got Star Wars or Marvel. What else does Disney have at the Hollywood?
They don't have Marvel at the Hollywood.
Oh, they don't?
Mm-mm.
Is it just Star Wars?
It's Star Wars. It's It's an old studio lot. It's a bunch of Mickey Mouse rides and stuff like that. Yeah, they don't have anything Marvel east of the Mississippi River
Okay.
because
So if I
Universal
want to
has
get
it.
in my Marvel fix, I got to go to California?
No, you can go to or Universal. They have the Incredible Hulk ride and they have the Spider-Man ride
I'm confused.
because they bought the license to it before Disney bought the license to those properties.
I thought Spider-Man
So
was.
the Sony.
It was, and they gave the rights over to
Oh, they
Universal.
gave the theme park
Theme
rights
park rights to
because
Universal.
Ain't
Yeah,
Sony
that a
doesn't have a theme
ain't
park.
that a whooping? Yeah, because
That makes
you
sense,
said they
though.
got an Incredible Hulk ride, and
uh-huh.
Right, and that would make
but
sense because
They
Sony
had a
doesn't
uni-
have a theme park.
but Incredible Hulk, them first two movies were what, Fox movies?
Were they Fox?
Was it
I can't
the
recall
first two?
the Ang Lee one.
Ang Lee, and then the other one, the one with Edward Norton.
I'm not sure.
Neither one of those were Marvel proper.
You,
Yeah,
they
right,
weren't.
right.
They
That's
weren't.
why I thought.
That
That's
was
why I thought.
before the
That's why I
MCU.
thought they were Fox. I don't think they were. They weren't Sony.
No, they may be Fox.
The Hulk was Universal.
Hulk was Universal. Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. See,
Hulk was
okay,
Universal.
that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. So
It
Yeah.
makes sense for Sony
So
to do it.
so
Yeah.
now Disney owns the rights
Uh-huh.
to them characters and stuff, but
Mm-hmm.
But Disney don't own the rights to Spider-Man, do they?
They don't know. No, they
no,
don't own
Sony
rights.
still owns the rights
no.
to
Sony still owns
Spider-Man.
the rights to
Sony wasn't
Spider-Man.
giving them up. Sony knew what they
Yeah.
had.
They
Yeah,
work
said,
with
"Nah."
them, but they don't own the rights.
But
yeah.
like you said, it's like theme park rights,
Right.
which are different from the movie rights, which are
Right.
different from the TV rights. So, like, for
Yeah.
instance, Amazon owns the TV rights to Lord of the Rings,
Mm-hmm.
They don't own
but
the
not
film
even
rights.
fully of it. But they don't have the film rights. But Warner Brothers still owns film rights because they're doing the
Yeah.
War of the Rohirrim, and they're doing Gollum. That's Chase for Gollum. But then another company owns the theme park rights to, like, the Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the
Yeah,
Rings.
It's
where
so-
somebody else
so convoluted.
might have the video game
Yeah,
rights
it's
and
so
the
convoluted.
Warner
man.
Brothers
board
has
game
video.
rights or whatever.
And it make, I mean, it makes
So
sense because not
convoluted.
every place has a video. Not every studio has video games, or not every studio has theme parks, or like that. So it's like, all right, why not license it out? It ain't gonna hurt us.
So did you say, Chuck? Did you say Universal has Lord of the Rings video game rights?
Warner Brothers does.
Warner Brothers. Are they? So they're the ones that made that those last couple of Lord of the Rings games, like Shadow of Mordor and
Shadow of Mordor, Monolith made them. Yeah.
yeah. There was another
Yeah.
game too. I thought
That's
I heard
Warner
was
Brothers.
decent.
They've licensed out the rights a few times,
Mm-hmm.
but I think but Warner Brothers
Who
has the
made
rights.
that? Who made the new? There was Warner Brother. Did they license out or send out to somebody to make the Gollum game?
I don't know who made the Gollum game.
That just recently came out, didn't it? Like earlier this year.
Did it even come out?
It came out and it's
I
trash.
heard it was trash. Yeah, that's
Nobody
what I
paid
heard. It
attention
was
to it.
bad.
No one paid attention to it.
Yeah,
Let's
I just
see.
thought I
Yeah,
remember us
everything I
talking
heard about it
it.
was bad. It was really bad. I
Mhm.
mean, you just look at the videos of it. Like it
Yeah,
just
it's pretty
just
bad.
looks bad. It just looks
That's
bad.
what I thought.
Yeah. So yeah.
High Wire Games made it, I guess.
But it also might be one of those things where like they only have the rights for a certain amount of time, so they gotta like make something or not, or they lose it. So they just push something out.
Well, that Sony does that seems like, and it's not really working out for them that well, is it?
Yeah.
Because Madam Web and Venom looks like gonna be a whole lot of trash.
But that was one of the main reasons why Sony, kind of came with the tail tucked in between the legs and came to Marvel, Kevin Feige, and worked out a deal on Spider-Man after the Amazing Spider-Man. They thought
Yep.
they had in the bag after the Sam Raimi movies. So, those three of the best, two of the best, superhero movies ever.
Mm-hmm.
And then, the third one didn't do that hot, but, they're like, okay, it's whatever.
I
But
thought
the
Marvel
two
kind of
Andrew Garfield
them.
movies, they was like, yeah, nah, this ain't it.
I thought
Yeah.
Marvel had reached out to Sony because they're just like, we love the character so much, we don't want to see you all ruined.
No, they Sony put they almost bet the farm on the Andrew Garfield movies, and they had plans to build it out, the Sinister Six, and they had, they already planned off all these spin-off movies. And then
I
when
know they
both
were
those
working on all those, yeah.
when both of those movies kind of cockeyed the bed, there's like, uh-oh.
Yeah. But Marvel did
Marvel
want
at that
Marvel
time
wanted
was,
him for the universe.
and
They
Marvel
wanted-
at that time was killing it though, so
Yep.
and Marvel's like, well, hey, we can work something out.
Yeah.
Because the deal that they struck wasn't as profitable for Marvel.
No, it wasn't. It worked in the
wasn't
favor of
like,
Sony.
that's why
No.
that's why there was the kind of the conflict with them going back and forth.
And then they
Marvel was like,
renegotiated
we
that
saved
deal.
this shit. We saved it, and y'all trying to like give us the rapper deal. Like, nah, that's not
Yeah.
how.
Well, they
Yeah.
renegotiated the deal when they, Sony was threatening they were going to pull out. But the problem is, Sony, Kevin Feige had the know-how to make it pop, how to make it part of the MCU.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, Sony had the rights.
Yeah.
They'd already made a mint off of Spider-Man. They knew what they had. So Sony was actually dealing from a position of power. They didn't have to give it up. They're like, listen, you can go on. I mean, we'll try again. We'll hire one of your old directors or one of your old writers and see if we can't do it on our own. We know it'll be better if we get you to help us do it. We know that. However, we ain't giving it up to you, and we're not giving you the live shit. Yeah, so
if you give up
that's a wrap.
Spider-Man, that's just stupid.
Yep. That's the whole point of the
but
Madam
that's what you
Web
could say
movie.
about. But that's what you could say about Marvel when they eventually gave it up. Like
Yeah.
no one realizes that Marvel was out there just giving up everything.
They had
and
to though.
they
to
don't.
save it.
Yeah, they were on their way to being
Yeah.
out of business,
Bankrupt,
and Blade
yeah.
came along and saved the whole thing.
That's the reason
Blade,
Sony got
Blade
it for
does
so
not
cheap.
get the respect that it does. It's one
it
of the
did.
first superhero movies that you like. These superhero movie things might actually work. You remember them 70s and 80s superhero movies that was trash?
Yeah. Well, Blade
Captain
saved
America riding his motorcycle and motorcycle helmet and shit.
it absolutely saved it. And so that's why Sony got Spider-Man for so cheap, right?
Yeah,
and it was the one that it was the one that was the biggest one. So they was like, we'll play a little bit for it, and it was huge. That's why Marvel started making the MCU built off of characters who weren't as popular. Like
Yeah,
Tony
I mean,
Stark
but
is a
they had
relatively
but
popular character, but he's not like the biggest.
yeah,
the
they
top
sold off
Marvel.
the Hulk,
Yeah.
Spider-Man, and Fantastic Four.
They sold off the
then-
biggest properties.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Three of
Like-
the oldest and most well-recognized properties.
Absolutely. Yeah.
All but
'Cause-
X. Yeah, they sold off X-Men too.
They sold off X-Men too, right?
Yeah,
The biggest properties
yeah.
in the Marvel universe.
They sold
sold
them
off.
off.
That
That
Yeah.
reminds
they
me.
was
There's a book I bought it a while back. and it's all about the MCU, like everything you're talking about, like tons of interviews with like behind the scenes people. And I've been meaning to read it, but like now that you guys are talking about it, I'm definitely gonna try to read it soon, because it, from like the things I've heard, like it's really really good. And they go into like all the detail, like it's like a really.
Is that one where is that the book where Kevin Feige is giving some real like behind the scenes stuff, and he's like, yeah,
because it was written by Joanna Robinson, who is also one of the writers for Vanity Fair. She, I found out about her because she wrote a bunch of the Lord of the Rings coverage for Vanity Fair. She's now a podcaster and also a writer for The Ringer, and she's also one of the hosts. She does a bunch of stuff, but like, so she wrote it. So she's like a really well-known writer. She did like a bunch of Vanity Fair stuff even before this. So she interviewed everybody.
The name of it?
I'll put it in. I'll show it on screen. Hold on, give me 1 sec.
Yeah.
You know, it could be interesting because I mean, now you think about it, as big as superhero movies are, like Marvel would have never given away X-Men, Spider-Man, the Hulk,
Man, Fantastic Four.
It never would have happened.
Yep.
But
that just goes to show what you can be pushed to. What you can be pushed to. You know what? They probably tried to, and probably nobody wanted them.
Probably did. I bet you
did. Nobody wanted it. Probably so.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, because you just think about Captain America just trying to push Captain America, the all-American dude with the super soldier serum. They probably like, nah, I don't nobody want to watch
and
that.
And that old TV show was horrible. That old TV show was horrible.
Did you remember the Hulk TV show?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Man. The Hulk TV show is amazing.
That sad piano music.
You and nostalgia need to stop. You and nostalgia need to stop.
It was amazing. It was amazing, man. I remember.
You and this nostalgia. Then again, stop.
It was amazing.
You and nostalgia going to stop.
That sad piano music, and he's walking away.
You wouldn't like me if I was there. Stop it. It was
y'all.
So it's called MCU: The Reign of Marvel Studios by Joanna Robertson and Dave Gonzalez and Gavin Edwards. It's actually in paperback now because I bought it in hardcover, so it's like in paperback. So
the sequel's about to come out called The Fall of Marvel Studios.
Joanna Robertson, Dave Gonzalez.
So that's what, and remember when during the promo of this, that's when like all the MCU like dirt started dropping.
It's my next Audible purchase.
Does that book, like, when did that book come out? Because does it talk about how nobody, I want to say
6 months ago. It's about 6 months ago. Yeah, it wasn't. It's fairly recent. Like, it's on my. It
was released October 10th, 2023.
Wow.
Okay. About a year ago.
Like a year ago.
So I would love to read too, like how none of the executives, nobody wanted to make the Black Panther movie. Like nobody.
They did talk about that. Yeah, they did talk about that.
John Singleton apparently, like Wesley Say, he took Black Panther to Marvel before.
Black Panther was Wesley's passion project. He's wanted to do Black Panther forever.
And John wanted to make it contemporary, like a gangster movie in South Central. And Wesley was like, nah. He wanted to make it like Boys in the Hood meets Panther.
And that's not what Panther is about, man.
Y'all have to understand too. Reginald Hudlin had it too.
Yeah.
He did the cartoon.
Yeah,
Reginald Hudlin did the cartoon.
He bought the rights to it. When
the cartoon was solid, and I've actually met the guy who was the voice actor for Black Panther on the cartoon and on the newer the dude who did it on the Avengers whatever, like the Avengers Assemble, whatever the TV show they had where one season was all about Black Panther. So
yeah, the cartoon, like you said, it was solid because it opens up with the scene of a Black Panther beating Captain America's ass.
Yeah,
lets him know like
can't go wrong there.
Yeah, like don't come around here, son.
It should be Captain America's ass.
Beating. Yeah, this ain't what you want.
Yeah, yeah. That was dope.
You want. Is this what you want?
It was just kind of a little bit ahead of its time.
Mm-hmm. Yep. But Reginald Hudlins had the right to it. He
But
had the
that's
right
what
to
I'm
make a
saying.
movie.
Like the Reginald Hudlin cartoon was just a little ahead of its time.
Yeah. Yeah. He wanted to make a movie out of it.
Yeah, I bet he did.
He's on my Facebook page talking about, I wish I could have made a movie for it.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody wanted to fund it.
Right. At the time, yeah. There probably
I know.
wasn't a big appetite for like an African superhero.
Well, here's the thing about it. As well as Black Panther, the first one did, and even though it was maligned a little bit, as well as Wakanda Forever did. Outside of Marvel, if somebody just, up and outside of getting, wealthy celebrities, rich Black people to fund it, if they try to put out a Black Panther 3 that was outside of Marvel's purview, wouldn't nobody fund that shit either.
Yeah. Well, Marvel didn't want to fund it. The
Yeah,
chair
I
of
know.
Marvel Studio is literally on record. It was like, ain't nobody gonna see it. We don't need to make it. That's why he was one of the reasons he lost his board seat.
Yep,
Mm-hmm.
I know, because he was wrong as hell.
Yeah, he
You know,
literally said it was like,
and here's the thing. So we had Wakanda Forever, and it didn't do quite as well. So we're still waiting for Ironheart to come out, who they introduced in Wakanda Forever, and they finished shooting that. They wrapped up that production 3-4 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
That's been done for a long time. Still not out.
Mm-hmm.
The other show that they're going to do that's supposed to be part of Disney Plus or whatever, this a series about Wakanda or something, that still ain't out. So
Yeah.
What I've heard, Ironheart shouldn't be out because it was made during COVID. So
it's trash.
It's trash.
I would rather them not put it out.
Hell,
I'm gonna put it out.
Yep, not put it out.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I would rather them not put it
they
out.
probably made that shit at the same time that they made Secret Invasion. And it's like, you know what? How can we mess up Nick
Well,
Fury's
they
legacy?
messed up Secret Invasion and they start shooting the same time we did Echo.
Yeah, but
All
and that's
that
the
stuff's
thing.
made at
Like,
the same
I didn't
time.
like Echo, and a lot of people do, and
I didn't see the point in Echo either.
I didn't like it. I thought, you know what I'm saying, for the Native American people that they shouted that they were supposed to be highlighting, I was like, yeah. I mean, I understand representation is everything. And if they're like, this is what we got to get instead of, sometimes being the half-ass bad guys on Yellowstone, I get it. We got our own, superhero. Okay. Even if it's trash, we like it because we got one.
Mm-hmm.
But it was not good. I think it did not highlight Echo well, and it did not highlight their culture as well as it should.
Yeah. We already talked about that in Binge Worthy, though.
We did.
So we can go to the next story, you guys. And that story is Batman Ninja versus Yakuza League. Debuted a stunning new trailer. Did y'all have a chance to look at the new trailer today?
No.
They said Justice League, but it's Yakuza League.
Okay, so that's what I thought. I said
because it's the Justice League. Some of the Justice League members are the actual Yakuza League.
Yakuza.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like you have the Green Lantern. She's Yakuza. All of them.
I think I saw like Wonder Woman was part of it. Green Lantern.
Yep.
I don't know who else was there. Was Aquaman in them?
Probably so.
I don't know. I watched Batman versus Ninja.
Batman Ninja. It's not versus Ninja. It's Batman Ninja.
Yeah, Batman Ninja, and I was like, I wasn't impressed.
And I've never seen Batman.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
It does look very good, but
it's beautiful.
It's usually DC animation kills it every time, and that was one of those times that I think Batman Ninja and Batman by Gaslight or something like that. I was not impressed with either one of those.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna watch it though because it looks really good.
I mean, reluctantly, I probably end up watching it. I did not watch, even though, what's that last DC stuff? Didn't they redo the Crisis on Infinite Earths, like part 1, 2, and 3?
They did three of them. The third one just came out. It's only on Blu-ray right now. It hasn't hit Max yet.
Yeah, it hasn't Max yet.
Rumor is it's supposed to restart the universe so that then they can incorporate the animated universe into the MCU and some of the comic books.
You mean DCU?
The DCU.
Yeah, DCU. Yeah.
Yeah, because the
Yeah.
DCEU died. Now we got the DCU.
Yeah. And so now
I don't know.
I
I
think
ain't watching. Did you watch the first two of those?
yeah, I did. I thought they were
Are
good.
they good? Really?
Mhm. They're good too.
I watched
I
both
just
of them.
Yeah.
thought. I just thought we kind of already
They're
did
better
that
than those
with.
movies. They're better than those live action
Well, the
movies.
Infinite Universe
I mean,
was,
that's not
it was a
hard
big
though.
comic series, but
That's not hard though. I almost shot movies better than that with on my
like with my phone on the
Samsung
flip.
phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
No, you didn't. No, you didn't, because you ain't got the same slow mo effects.
yeah. That's what I was missing. It
Yeah.
works so it works so well in Rebel Moon. I was like, you know what? I can't compete with this.
Yeah, slow mo effects. But no, honestly, Batman Ninja versus Yakuza League looks kind of good. It's probably bad because the studio and the director behind it, because he's a madman. And he's like, I'm just having fun with Batman. I'm just having fun with the IP. I do what I do. Whereas Batman Ninja saw Bruce Wayne's Bat family in his rogue gallery transported to feudal era Japan, Batman Ninja versus Yakuza League sees the reverse. The ancient world of the Japanese criminal syndicate is overrunning Gotham via a giant portal rift in the sky. While this would typically be no problem for Batman given enough prep time, the film also sees him contend with the Justice League's Wonder Woman, Aquaman, the Flash, Jessica Cruz's Green Lantern, while their reasoning for going to war with Batman and company remains a mystery. The Justice League's strange allegiance with the Yakuza yields an incredible glow up for its heroes or villains in this context.
So it actually says in the synopsis that Batman could deal with this if he had enough prep time.
Yeah, that's what the article
Oh,
writer wrote. The article
boy,
writer,
I
because
swear
if
to
you're
I feel
rich
like
and you got enough time to
it's possible.
prepare, you can beat anything.
I feel
is
like
that right?
That's right. If you're rich and you got enough time to prepare, you can beat anything. You got
Hmm.
all the information and you got enough time to prepare, you can beat anything.
That's what they want
That's
ordinary
what
folks
I
to
think
think. That's
billionaires do it. They beat everybody. Name a billionaire that's lost against somebody else that had less money and less prep time. People that have to go to work for a living.
Yeah,
didn't that
that's the
one
point.
fool lose to Joe Biden?
But
He,
he a multimillionaire backed by billionaires. So there at
boy,
that time,
and he
it's just a
beat the
billionaire.
billionaire.
And
It's
he
a
is
billionaire
right. Like
versus
Superman literally has a day job.
yeah, has a day job. And Batman don't. Batman just creeps on everybody. He's just peeping Tom on everybody.
He got satellites and all kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
got all kinds of stuff. Got the
Government
best
classified,
technology, the most
NSA, all kind
money.
of
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
all he has is time on his hand.
right.
Batman
Yeah,
beats
all
everybody with
and
time, not just prep time.
all he seems to do is beat up poor people at night. Boy,
You can
get
beat
out
He
up
of here.
everybody at
literally
night.
created a cave for himself to just chill in, right?
Yeah, he has a cave where he uses it to prep time. So Batman lets you know I have all the time in the world
Yeah.
already. I have all the time in the world. I choose to prep to whoop people's asses. I prep to whoop people's
Where
asses.
he breaks every law known to man, and then
Well,
he is bought off
well,
most of the Gotham PD, so he
technically,
can use them how he wants to. As a matter of fact, they summon him. You know what? We don't have time to go beat up poor people tonight. We're gonna throw the light in the air. Batman, you got this. Boy, stop.
technically, every superhero is a criminal. Like they literally intervene when they're not warned. They don't have any police. They've not been elected any officials. They just show up and start
Uh-huh.
fighting. They're
They
all
do.
vigilantes.
They all
Mm-hmm.
vigilantes. They all show up to whoop ass.
Right. Nobody was like, "Hey, Superman, come help us out." He was like, "Oh, I got these powers." So I'm.
Yeah. Yeah. But we're talking
But he
about
doesn't
Batman,
bother
who's a
himself with
The
billionaire.
petty
Green
shit.
Lantern is literally a military force. They're a paramilitary operation sent
Oh
out
yeah.
to take over
In the
world.
galaxy. In
Oh
the
yeah,
In
galaxy
the
now.
galaxy.
they universal cops. They
Right.
police all over the world, all over
Exactly.
the universe. Yeah, they
Yep.
even have sectors. They have their own
Like
sector of the
who
universe.
That's
voted
why
on their
Randy that's why
region to
Randy likes
control?
him.
Like who voted on their region? Who did they come to? Was like, oh, we're going to monitor this. They were just like, no, we just doing this.
I wonder if anybody ever
You go
rode
do
up on Green Lantern and
Earthlings.
asked him if he had his body cam on. Like,
Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly.
Well, Batman Ninja versus they say Justice League, but it's Yakuza League will be released digitally in 2025.
mm,
So it's
Okay.
coming. It's
I
coming.
guess,
I'm gonna watch it because he got the big mech suit on again.
yeah. And of
I'm
course
excited about for next year. He
he's
got as
had
much
enough
money. He's
prep time.
rich.
He's had enough prep time.
Y'all gonna start with all the Batman slander, dog.
No, we're not. No, we're
Y'all gonna
not. No, we're not.
stop
We're
with
not.
that.
We're not.
He's
We're
ridiculous,
not.
dude.
We're
Yeah,
not.
I gotta
We're
stop
not.
Ridiculous.
We're
slander.
not.
You're gonna stop.
We're not. I understand you love him and you revere him because is it because he's a billionaire? Or is it because he beats up on poor people or both? Which
Y'all gonna
one do
stop
you
the
revere him for?
slander. I reject both.
You know that people in Gotham all over the place like I just stole a piece of bread and got my arm completely broke. My son, my
I
children
see
were starving.
it was
I
some
just
podcast I was watching, and they said, like, what if Batman showed up on the wire?
all of them are dead. They're all
Yeah.
dead. They out there working the
Mhm.
streets. He's out there watching them
Yeah.
through video surveillance, whooping
He
their
beat
asses.
Marlo and Avon
They've been
and
dead.
Omar. He beat all of them.
Beat them all up.
Yeah.
I mean, we saw that. It's called Injustice. We seen it.
Mhm.
We seen it.
We
Injustice
seen
and
it.
Brightburn. That's the
And
real. That's the real
Gotham is a
Superman.
tough. Gotham is a tough place to live. Batman protects it.
Why is it still in disarray? Why are there
How's he
so many rich
protected?
criminals at the top?
You
How's he
know,
protected? He only beat up the poor people, the
He only
street
beat up,
gangs and
he only
stuff.
beats, he only beats up the poor criminals.
Yep.
He don't beat no rich
He
criminals
goes to the
up.
south side of Chicago. I mean, my bad, the Narrows. Yeah.
haters,
Mhm.
haters.
Well,
Hmm.
well, speaking of that, one of my favorite things is happening. Summon all your mutant friends to help build Lego's Marvel X-Men mansion. They got a 3,093 piece mansion. It also features a buildable Sentinel and 10 family figures, 5 of which has been showcased for the first time ever in the Lego set. The newbies are Professor X, Gambit, Iceman, and Bishop, plus a new Jean Grey variation. You also get Wolverine, Magneto, Rogue, Storm, and Cyclops. Also, you will find a Cerebro switchable Danger Room items.
I think I like that. I do
That
love
lineup is
outside
solid as hell.
of Black Panther, the X-Men are some of my favorite Marvel characters. And yeah, ooh, I'm about to make a
Yeah.
name for myself. I
It
like
won't
that.
come cheap though. It's $330.
I
Is that
mean, aren't
expensive?
isn't
No,
that the price of
yeah,
all
well,
Legos? Like
yeah, yeah.
I say I don't know. Is that I thought that was like par.
that seemed like the price of all Lego sets to me. Like
Yeah, I mean, I'm constantly looking at the Stark Tower, and the Stark Tower is $400.
the Avengers Tower. Yeah, that's
Avengers.
fire though.
It is
This
fire.
right here is I like that though.
Yeah.
I do too. Make a name
Yeah.
for myself.
And so
So
300. Yeah.
the crazy thing about this though is as nice as it is, and I know how Lego does stuff. Like you got the front part of the school, right? And they got this nice little scene. But if you turn around to the back, like it's open, so all the classrooms and stuff. Like you almost have to have that on like a little turntable on a shelf or something on a bookshelf or cabinet or
Actors.
something, so you could turn it
Mhm.
around. Like
Yeah.
that's fire though.
The Batcave is even really cool. They do have a
Even
Batcave, and
really
it's really
cool. You
cool.
say that like you surprised. It's the Batcave.
I mean, I'm sure
Nah,
he got
you're right.
some
It's
some
true.
poor people around the cave he can beat up on. Hell.
Yeah, they give you Batman, a bunch of poor people. I mean, Batman's so badass, he beats up on poor white people. You know how
Hey,
badass you
yeah,
gotta
you know how
be.
bad you got to be able to do that? Like, man.
Yeah, to beat up on poor white people. You're like, you know what? I'm gonna whoop
That
this.
man is protecting the citizens of Gotham.
No, he's not. Because if
Gotham would
that
be a lot worse without Batman.
then he would have killed Joker a long time ago. You made that up.
Thank you. That's right. That's right. They got the new Hulkbuster suit, the Battle for Wakanda suit. Pretty cool too.
Is the damaged one?
No, it's not. It's not damaged. But yeah, you know what I'm saying, Randy.
That's
I
badass though.
It is
Slander.
badass.
The slander. It's got to stop.
The slander for what got to stop?
Against Batman, it has to stop.
There's no
No,
slander against
it's
Batman.
It has to stop.
Nobody's slandering Batman. We just pointing out what he does.
Slander.
Saying what people do is not slander, Randy.
Slander.
Slandering what
It's
people
only
do.
slander when we're saying something that's not true.
Slander against him. It has to stop, man.
Is it
What
not
did we
true,
say that
Randy?
wasn't true?
Everything that y'all said is not
No,
true.
What's
you
that?
don't like
Batman-
what we said. That doesn't mean it's not true.
Batman is protecting the people of Gotham, man.
Protecting who? He protecting the rich white people.
Man. He saved the day many a times with just his wit and his
He
courage.
did. You're right. He did.
Just listen to the words you saying. That don't even make sense.
Yep.
His wit and his courage, man.
His
It's
wit and
hard.
his courage.
He fights against dark side and aliens. Like
Listen,
he,
you know, you be
Yeah,
supporting because
and
he's
he, you know
MAGA.
what? And he got enough money to beat aliens like Superman. Yeah, okay.
Superman technically ain't from here.
That's he's an alien. He's
Yeah, he
from
came in
another
and took
planet.
over. Treats talk about beating up people. But Superman's my guy. I love Superman.
I know you do.
Yeah, you're a DC stan. We get it.
Yeah, I am. I am.
We know. We know. We know Randy. Randy's like, I love
Yes.
Superman.
He said that what we saying about Batman is slander. That is funny. We did
It
not
is
say
funny.
anything untrue.
Slander, man.
Nothing's untrue.
Yeah.
It's all very true.
This Fox News perspective on Batman.
Wow.
Is that what it is?
This Fox Tucker Carlson perspective on Batman. It's got to stop, man.
Is that what we're doing?
No, you have to realize that the narrative about Batman can beat anyone in the entire universe with enough prep time. That's Fox News.
I don't subscribe to that, Rikai. I'm not that.
He can beat Superman.
Yeah, I don't subscribe to the fact that Batman can beat everybody with enough prep time.
You don't.
That's what they say. That's the thing. You got enough prep time and enough money like him.
Yep,
you can whoop anybody.
Hey,
anybody's butt.
Dark side come through. The person I'm turning to is not Batman.
You turn to Superman.
Exactly.
And Superman, because he's the Boy Scout, he's going to turn to Batman. Because he's got enough time and enough money. He'll have a special gadget just for Darkseid.
You don't want to smoke with Darkseid.
Well, apparently, I mean, Darkseid keep getting in over here. He keep doing what he want. They should have been dealt with that dude.
I don't know if you can deal with Darkseid.
Is that it?
I don't know if they can deal with Darkseid.
I hear you.
Like X-Men should have just dealt with Magneto. Like, that ain't really their choice.
But that's the wonderful thing about on that side, when you start talking about Marvel properties, you got that dichotomy between Professor X and Magneto where they were friends, and Magneto is not all the way evil, kind of like Killmonger.
No, he's a hero. Magneto's a hero.
He's a hero when he want to be.
In my eyes, he's
when he want to be.
Yeah, he's a hero.
He's a hero now. He just spent some time as a villain.
I never really saw his role as being a villain. Maybe didn't align with Professor Xavier, but I didn't necessarily see him as a villain. I've never saw him as a villain.
Magneto?
Yeah, I never saw him as a villain. Even as a little kid, I was like, I don't get it.
I mean, and I know because, they depicted, one's Malcolm X and one's Martin Luther King.
I know one thing's for certain, though.
Necessarily true.
I know one thing's for certain. If he met Batman to beat his ass.
Shit. The dude who controls the magnetism of the earth.
Okay.
He would try to. He would try to beat his ass.
He would just crush his utility belt. He would just literally crush his utility belt.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, he'd make his utility belt so small, it probably cut Batman in half.
Hey,
yeah.
He jump in the Batmobile
while he's inside of it.
I hear y'all.
And turn into a ping pong ball.
That ain't never stopped him before.
Yeah,
Has that ever stopped him?
Yeah.
Has that ever stopped him?
Who stopped Batman?
Batman from trying. He figured out a way.
Batmobile be rolling on. He'd just be like this, and he would have like a plexiglass. He would have a plexiglass suit on that's indestructible because he got so much money. It'd be see through too. So
be made out of nanofibers that are non-metallic.
Some non-metallic fiber suit.
But be stronger than vibranium type. Yeah. Okay.
Magneto's not stupid.
Yeah, he knows not to challenge a billionaire. He'll challenge some guy in a wheelchair first.
Lord, slander. Must stop.
I mean, they never put out there, but Professor Xavier's a billionaire too. Don't get it twisted.
He is.
He is. He is. He
He
is.
is.
I mean, he blew up a SR-71 Blackbird jet like every other day,
He
and just
does.
Big
has
ass
another one on.
mansion. And yeah, with Cole. Like, how is he funding Cerebral? Like, come on, man.
Yeah, yeah.
What kind of Wi-Fi?
Hey, Randy, you're right. He is a billionaire, and he probably needs to stop too. He probably needs to stop too. You see, it's not defending our billionaires. You're the only one that's defending the billionaires over here. Us normal people, you up here being MAGA for Batman over here, MAGA for Batman ass.
Whatever, man.
You're
And Tony
Batman
Stark,
MAGA.
Tony Stark, he literally was a weapons maker.
Yeah.
Yeah, we hear you.
Yeah,
He literally was a
they
weapons
gave him a
maker.
pass. He sold weapons to all the terrorists around the world, and they gave
All
him a
of them.
pass. They gave him a pass.
Then it made him a superhero.
Yeah,
Then they made him superhero. Yeah, we know.
he made his own suit stronger
We
than
know.
anything the
Mag over
military got,
here.
and then he's
MAGA
like,
butt
"Yeah, I
over
ain't giving y'all
here.
nothing."
Huh?
Yeah.
So,
I get it.
you know, but it's all good, man. It's all good.
It is.
It has to stop.
What needs to stop?
Not slander. Not slander if it's true.
It's not slander if it's true. You know? And then it be some mentally ill people. That's what's really sad.
Yeah.
Thor a whole god out here ravaging shit, drunk.
He is.
Wait,
We expect that out of
Not says
God.
my pastor. My pastor said, "No, he ain't." So we out here worshiping false gods.
White, blue eye, blonde.
Yeah, blonde hair. Yes.
With
Can
a
I get
chalice full of beer.
Yes. Can I get an amen? Hallelujah. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Hooking
It's
up with the
crazy.
earth chick. Like, damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And who cannot deny that the demon, the devil, done got a hold of Bruce Banner. And when he gets angry, his emotions take over and he turns into a green monster.
And Comic-Con, they actually talk like that. The
For real?
features in front of Comic-Con, they do.
For real?
They show up to every conference and they talk like that. They
That's,
talk about how all these comic book stuff is gonna make us all pedophiles and everything.
Oh Lord. Dang, this got serious.
how they say that about, but so does that mean that they read comic books to the altar boys? What's that mean?
They're not. They're saying that reading
Oh, exactly.
brainwashes us,
That's the point.
and they're all secret messages and
That's
stuff. And they have signs up, holding signs up, and somebody's out there evangelizing to everybody.
Yeah, I believe that. I believe that.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds like, what's that the illusionists do where they, get you to watch the right hand while the left hand's doing something? What is that called?
Sleight of hand.
Yeah, sleight of hand, but it's something else. It's I can't think of the term right now. It's like on the tip of my tongue. I can't think of the term.
It's even like when Harry Potter was out, it was a big deal.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, like they were like, it's worshiping, it's witches, it's the devil. Like those were things that were being said.
I might as well like, y'all act like people not adults out here with their own minds. Like
They're not. They need to stop worshiping.
I mean, I guess.
Yeah. Let's move on.
Yeah.
That story. So yeah, that took an intense turn.
Yeah, it did take an intense turn. But we got the X-Men mansion coming out. Doom becomes Emperor of the World at Marvel's next big thing event, big thing panel. So announced for 4 new comic book titles, The Rise of Emperor Doom. The series is said to be the 6 months after Dr. Victor Von Doom becomes Sorcerer Supreme.
He becomes Sorcerer Supreme.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ultimate Wolverine. Then there's Ultimate Wolverine. Its premiere story arc is said to concern Magic, Colossus, and Omega Red deploying their most lethal asset, the Winter Soldier. But who is the weapon behind the mask? It's gonna be interesting.
Becomes Emperor Supreme, Sorcerer Supreme.
Mm-hmm.
It's curious. I need to look at that.
Oh, good. That's a
Nerdy
five. It's a
Entrepreneur said
five.
that's going to last about 4 issues. Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah. It's a 5 issue miniseries in total by Ryan North and
I
R.B.
want,
Silva.
I want to read that. Like, I know Doom is a beast. I know he's a
Mm-hmm.
beast.
Mm-hmm.
I just didn't know he
Hmm.
magic or
So people are debating online since they're saying that Reed Richards won't be in the Doom movie. They won't interact.
which
And
is
people
weird.
think that's weird. Like that's really,
Yeah.
really, really weird. It is really
So
weird.
the way I heard it was that Tony Stark didn't personally know Thanos, but he knew something bad was coming. He knew it. And they said the way it's going to play out in the movie is that Reed Richards knows that something bad is coming and he's preparing for something bad. And Doom is like Thanos. He's preparing for Doom. But the backstory that we got from Fantastic Four, where they used to be friends in uni and all that, that he
Hmm.
don't actually know this Doom or whatever. So
Yeah. They saying it's going to be Victor Doom versus Victor Von Doom, so it's not the two versions of Doom.
Hey
I
man.
mean, we still fooling around in the multiverse, so I guess,
Maybe, maybe they may have dropped that whole entire storyline arc,
you
which would
can't
be
just drop it without finding a way to consolidate and find your way out of it. I mean,
I don't know. We still got a whole lot of lingering questions from what was it? Not the invents. What was the ones with the gods? They were like the Titans,
Eternals.
the Eternals. Like they ain't revisited a whole
yeah.
bunch of stuff with the Eternals.
Well, I think that they're supposed to acknowledge that in
Okay.
one of these movies here coming up that they finally ready. And the thing is, they didn't acknowledge it, or the plans that they have for subsequent movies after the Eternals flopped. They trashed all them plans and had to go back to the drawing board to kind of weave stuff together and make things make sense because the original plans they had, just think about
Hey,
how they had to go back and redo stuff after the whole Kang debacle,
yeah,
right?
but they probably already did that. Loki made one timeline. Remember, if Loki made one timeline, he sits on it and holds it together. We can say any story comes now. Any story.
Well,
It's a
that
total
that
reset
is that is
happened.
true. Yeah.
Total reset happened.
Yep.
Yeah.
We
I
don't have to.
mean,
We don't even have to mention the snappage.
yeah.
That
And
happened in a whole different
it's y'all
timeline.
people who only
That would
watch the movies. It's y'all fault. Y'all didn't watch this excellent TV show.
that would be
Loki
interesting to
actually
have like
was good.
to say that the snap didn't occur. That would
They
be
can. They can. Just mention it in the first movie. Hey,
Well,
would you think something that happened?
didn't they recently make an announcement that somehow, some kind of way, Scarlett Johansson was coming back?
I don't know,
I know
but
that Elizabeth Olsen's coming back. So Scarlet Witch on her way back. Somehow, some kind of way.
yeah, the Nerd Actress said, and they released an Ironheart, which has some elements of some of what was Phase 5 before the changes. They may not release Ironheart. I don't think they're going to release. I think they're going to go back and reshoot it.
I don't know.
yeah.
They've been sitting on it for. They've been sitting on it longer than they've been sitting on Echo.
I feel like I've been hearing about it forever, right?
Yeah,
And yeah, and it never
man.
came to fruition.
Man, yep, it hasn't come out yet, so they could be redoing it. I hope they are redoing it. They make it better. I would hate for them to get rid of the snappage, the snapture.
I don't know how they could do that. I mean, they can do whatever they want. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
They
they
can
can
do
do whatever
whatever,
they want.
but that would be weird.
She said no. They said they're releasing it.
Yeah, that would be weird. Unless we
Yeah,
are saying it's really like we've really reset the whole universe, right? Like none of it's
Well, we did, but like you said, we did that with where the universe, the multiverse was completely out of whack. Like we have
Maybe, maybe that's it. Yeah, maybe.